Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. I'm so excited today for our office spotlight. We will be today focusing on our Portland team, which I'm very excited about. And today I have the wonderful Mason Rivers joining me. So as soon as he hops on, I'll invite him in. But for those of you joining, thank you so much. Again, happy Thursday. I'm going to send this over to Mason right now. All right. All right. Mason, can you hear me?
How's it going?
Hi, Mace. So good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks so much for joining today. I'm so excited to talk about the wonderful Portland location at Beacon Hill. I know we've got a couple offices there, and we'll learn all about your career path and your team today. So for everyone joining, today's topic is for our Portland office, and you'll learn all about Mason, his career, their team. If you're looking potentially to join this amazing team, Mason's a part of the interview process. You'll get to know him potentially in person as well. But, you know, Mace, I obviously know you. We go way back. But for those of you who don't know and Mason and don't know his face, he's actually been with us since 2019, right, Mason?
I know, a long time.
Long time. And I met Mason when he was a senior and just loved him. And, you know, we're so fortunate you ended up here at Beacon Hill. But I want you to tell your story more than me, but I know you're very humble. So I want to give you some of the kudos that you've, so well deserved over the career you've had here, which has been so fun to watch. You know, Mason joined us right out of school in our entry-level position, but has been promoted multiple times. He's now in a managerial role. So how full circle for you, Mason, to now interview candidates when you were, at that space one time yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, you've also been promoted, but you've hit top of the hill and President's Club twice, which is incredible. So also Mason is one of our top performers here at our company, which is so impressive. But, I would love you to tell a little bit more about your story. Like, how did you even find Beacon Hill? How did you get into staffing? And, we'll learn a little bit more about your history with us.
Totally. Well, thank you for having me on. First off, I appreciate it. Great to be here. So I'm from the Portland area, suburbs of Portland, went to the University of Oregon, and I've been with Beacon Hill for almost 5 years now. So started as a staffing consultant, moved into kind of our recruiting lead position, and then now I've been a recruiting manager for a couple years here, and it's been awesome. I did a sales internship in college and thought I wanted to do something in sales, and met you at the career fair at University of Oregon. So it's pretty full circle to be here now and, meeting people at career fairs and everything like that. So yeah, that's my background.
I know. And I remember you had that sales internship, which I love seeing, to have that experience before you've graduated is so incredible. And, I know when we first started talking, I was like, what kind of sales do you want to get into? Because ours is more service-based, as I'm sure you obviously know now. What made you kind of make that transition, and how have you enjoyed, selling a service versus a product, compared to experiences before?
Yeah. So did an internship where I was selling a product and knew that I liked sales and wanted to go into that environment, but didn't know a ton of differences. And I just thought sales was all product, right? And that's how I found staffing at the career fair. What really stood out to me about what we do is selling a service. And that's what I really liked. In that service is you. Right. So instead of being tied to how good a product is, you're tied to how good you are. So when we're meeting with clients and candidates, and they're asking you, why should I go with Beacon Hill? The answer is me, right? Like I want to work with you and work hard and make sure we're finding you the right candidate on the sales side. And then on the candidate side, making sure we're finding them the right job for where they want to be at for, years to come too. So I've loved the difference between selling a service as opposed to selling a product, because you're not tied to however great that product is.
Right. Or if the product isn't, the most superior in the market,
yeah.
You're amplified.
Exactly.
But, you get to be the star of the cell, which is, I think, so exciting, and why someone like yourself has done so phenomenal here. And, I think the other piece to it is like the career trajectory you can have here, the outside sales piece, if you want to kind of touch on that as well.
Yeah, so tons of career development, which I've loved about Beacon Hill. That's one of the things that stood out to me very early on is your career is what you make it here, which is awesome. You're not capped by, people who have been doing this forever. A lot of the people we're hiring are straight out of college, right? So tons of opportunity for development. I mean, I know a lot of people are getting into sales in that, 6 to 8 month window as well. So early progression in your career if you want to move up within the first year of your career. And on top of that too, we have plenty of need for leaders too, which is awesome in our Portland office. I mean, we've been around for about 6 to 7 years now, but still a ton of need for leaders and opportunity for management as well. So I think I was about 2.5 years into, being a staffing consultant when I got kind of tapped on the shoulder and like, hey, do you want to take on, managing some people and training them and teaching them the ropes? So it's pretty cool to be, on the side of interviewing now too, because I remember being in the same room doing interviews. So it's pretty full circle to be, telling people about that opportunity and, knowing that it's truthful, right? Like you can get into management pretty early in your career, which is awesome and tons of room for growth.
When you're living proof of that, you've done it,
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorite things at Beacon Hill. That list is long, but one of them is the ability to kind of create the destiny you want here.
Yep.
And the upward mobility is up to you depending on, the path that you're looking for. And you are a perfect example of why we have merit-based promotions, right?
Yep, totally. And
your promotions are based on your effort.
Yeah. And what's cool is it's not just me too. Like we've got several other leaders in our office who are met us at their career fair, straight out of college sort of thing, or, we're early in their career at a different place and wanted to move over to Beacon Hill. So we've got a lot of examples of people who have been in your exact shoes coming out of college, which I think makes it more impactful too, because, we can relate to you.
Yeah.
We knew exactly what it was like to move to a new city and, we've been in school for over 15 years and don't know what the working world is like. So we've got leaders and mentors who have been in your exact shoes and can relate and help you and, really kind of guide your path and help you get over certain bumps too.
100%, especially as you said, you yourself have done that, which is so incredible. Well, you've had such an amazing career. And I do have to touch on a personal note. I obviously met you, when you were a senior in college. And since then, I've seen you get engaged. I've seen you get married to your beautiful wife, Abby. And now, for those of you who don't know, Mason is expecting, him and his wife are expecting a baby this July, June?
Yep, July, August timeframe.
Oh, so it's crazy too, because you've had so much professional growth and success, but at the same time, your personal story has evolved and grown with your career here, which just warms my heart. It's just so fantastic to see this, both sides of your life have grown.
I know. So it's wonderful. Crazy to look back and just think like how full circle it's all been. I know we've talked about that, but that's one thing I've loved about Beacon Hill too, is just like not only the professional development, but the personal development too. Like feel like I progressed so much as a person here and as a man and like who I want to be, and having the opportunity to hit all those levels and great mentors to look up to at so many different levels and offices and even in our office too. So it's been really cool.
I love it. Such a fun and wonderful story to highlight, Mason. And okay, so for Portland, I know you're on the tech team, which I don't think I've actually told anyone that yet. So we have 3 divisions that sit in Portland area. I believe you sit with the financial team. You guys specialize in technology.
Yep.
And then we have a 3rd team that's also within tech that focuses on more national accounts. So for anyone looking to Portland, there are a few options. Mason is on our technologies team. And Mason, I know you had this hesitation when I first met you, so maybe you can address that you don't need to have a tech background to be successful in technical recruiting and technical staffing.
Yeah.
And same with our financial.
Quite the opposite, I would say. I don't think anybody really comes from like a tech background or knowing about software engineering or anything like that too. So yeah, I mean, we've got 3 different kind of disciplines in our Portland market. I'm with the technologies team. So, we handle mostly local IT positions in the Portland area. We've also got a finance and accounting team too. So if any of our clients are looking for an accountant or any finance positions or candidates, they work on those positions. And then we've got our national recruiting team as well, which works on national IT positions and kind of the whole gamut there too. But yeah, I mean, I came from a business degree, marketing student, knew I wanted sales and communication type of roles too, had no idea about IT or computers or anything. And I don't think most people do, but learn a ton just from doing the job, really. You talk to candidates and they're telling you all about their background and software engineering. You learn pretty quickly just from talking to these managers and candidates. So I know some people are a little scared about getting into the IT realm, but you really don't need to know anything going into it. And you learn actually pretty quickly. We do a bunch of learning sessions too, like as a team, and we do recruiter meetings every Friday, and we try to, touch on new IT things we can learn, get better on too. So a lot of different stuff where it's like continual learning and development. So you don't have to have a background in IT.
Perfect. Well, you heard it from Mason. And I also am not a technical human. And I did technical recruiting when I first started into the staffing industry. So I can completely relate to that as well. And I know, we just kind of started talking about your team. So I want to dive into that a little bit more. Physically, where is your office?
Yes. So we are in downtown Portland. Really awesome spot. I love it. We're right on the waterfront. So we're right next to the Hawthorne Bridge.
Okay.
We're Umpqua Bank Plaza building. It's the big brick building on the waterfront. And what's awesome about that is we're in a really good spot with a lot of good restaurants, a lot of good bars, things like that. It's a very safe part of town, which I love too.
Yeah.
We've got a view overlooking the Hawthorne Bridge with Mount Hood in the back, so that's awesome. We're on the 6th floor right now on the Umpqua, but
we're a little view.
We do. We got a little view. We're lucky. We're moving up to the 9th floor here soon. But what I love about that too is, like I said, we're on the waterfront. So I know a lot of people, when they're going to lunch and stuff like that, going for their walks and they get a walk on the water. I mean, it's a really awesome balance of working hard from 8 to 5. You take your lunch though in between, and you can kind of, get some time to yourself. And I know on sunny days, like I'm always out by the river and the water and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool stuff.
Sun's out in Portland, you gotta get outside.
Got to take advantage of it. Yeah, got to take advantage.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, the location is so central, so great. And I love that you guys have a view of the city. And then describe, like, you guys open floor plan? Is it cubicle style? Is it more desks where you can see everyone?
Yep. So very open floor plan, I would say. We've got the standing sitting desks, which are really cool too. Like that.
Ooh, that's nice.
I sit all day. But it's not like cubicles, right? And that's kind of something I was worried about coming into the working world. I was like, it's going to be
like the movies where you're just cold calling a cube.
Yeah. The fluorescent lights and the cubicles. No, it's not that at all. Very open floor plan. So you're sitting next to people. What's cool about that too is you're sitting next to people who have done this job for a couple years and sitting next to people who just started with you too. So you get a lot of group think and learn from other people too. And hear how they do things and maybe take that approach and kind of apply it to your own game too. Keep the music going in the office too, which is awesome. So very fun, light environment.
Upbeat vibes.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a lot of fun when you're not stressed to pick up the phone and worried, are people going to be listening and hearing me? It's like everyone's on the phone, it's buzzing, music's going. So it's a great time. Got a little kid in the office too. So, have lunch with teammates and stuff like that too.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a comment here that they love the energy in the office. So
yeah, super fun.
It sounds fun. I want to come, hang out with you guys at work. So you guys obviously have an incredible culture. Can you speak a little bit to the culture of your team? We'll go into it, but I know there's fun quarterly outings and traditions you guys have done. And I've just seen this team grow since it opened, right? Since I've been here. And it's pretty clear you guys have a very close-knit team, which I think is a true testament to the leadership and how close you are all together. But I'll let you kind of speak to that.
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest things, right, is quarterly outings, which are awesome. We do those every 3 months to celebrate the quarter we had. So we've done a lot of fun things since I've been here. We've done Blazer games. We're going to a Blazer game here in March, which is exciting. So get to play the Clippers, which would be fun. See some star power there. We've also done wine tasting, which was super cool. It was a nice summer day. We got out, went wine tasting, a lot of fun games there too. We went to a Hillsborough Hops game, so watched some baseball too. Classic.
Ooh, nice.
Got rained out, but still
classic.
A good time. Yeah, classic. But it was a great time. So a lot of fun quarterly events to celebrate the success we had in the prior 3 months and, reset goals moving forward too. We also do a lot of seasonal stuff too, which I think is super fun. We've got a lot of teammates who really drive the spirit of our office, which, makes it very enjoyable coming in. So, Halloween time, we dress up for Halloween and stuff like that. We do a pumpkin carving competition we've done in years in past.
I saw that this past October. It's so fun.
Yeah, super fun. And then also a couple years ago we did around the winter holiday season, we did a cocktail competition where we broke up into teams of 4 or 5 and did it kind of style. So where it's based on presentation and taste and everything like that. So a lot of fun stuff like that to keep it light. Um,
That's amazing. It reminds me of like guys' grocery games where they have like
exactly.
the criteria at the end,
Yeah.
but you're judging cocktails.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to fly out next time you guys do that. That
No, we
sounds amazing.
got to get the invite going. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's super fun. On like more of a weekly, daily basis, you know, a lot of good spots around town where we're based out of. So, hit happy hours when people are hitting promotions, and just more on a monthly basis too, going out and hanging out and getting to know each other outside of work too, which I think is special and fun.
I
You
see
know,
one of your teammates mentions potlucks.
yes, tons of potlucks. That's a great thing. That would have slipped my mind. We're big on the potluck. I can't say I'm the biggest contributor. I'm not a great cook. Bringing
You're
the
just there to
chips.
eat, Mason.
Exactly. I'm bringing the chips or the cookies. But
Hey, those still count.
exactly. So, you know, if the energy's getting low too, bang flip cup, you know, things like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Um,
100%. A little energy drink, play a little flip cup in the office. I love it. I mean, you guys have such a great vibe. You guys have a lot of fun together, and I know you're also a very high performing team. So it's
yeah,
like you're working hard, but at the same time, you celebrate together, you hang outside of work. I think it's just such a special culture that you guys have built. And I
yeah,
remember you mentioning that you also do some stuff in the community. I know way back when I was in Portland, fun fact, I lived in Portland and worked out of the office for just a few months and loved it. And we did stuff with the Ronald McDonald House,
yep.
but I know since then you guys have been so awesome with like some events. I think you did one recently or coming up.
Yeah. So last month we did one at the Blanchet House out here in the downtown area, basically creating like aid kits for people in need of those. So trying to get more involved in that too, and doing those, you know, more regularly as well. But we've done several of those, which I think it's good to, you know, have a bigger purpose and give back to the community we're serving as well. So helping people find jobs in Portland, but also want to give back to those that might be in a different situation too.
Yeah, and I know it was maybe last year, or the year before, you guys did a toy drive.
Yep.
Like you guys raised funds for children in need with families that couldn't afford gifts during the holidays. So
Yeah.
just a really phenomenal team. I love Portland, as you can tell. The other thing I wanted to dig in a little bit more, Mason, is for someone that is listening and just getting very excited because they want to work so badly for you. What are the career opportunities that you typically hire for in Portland?
Yeah, so there's a lot of opportunities, I'll say, but two main areas is the recruiting side of the house, which is like everybody starts as a staffing consultant. So that's the candidate facing side of the job. You're, you know, working on a position, reaching out to candidates that are looking for the job. And then also there is the account executive side of the job, which is sales. And that's outside sales. What's awesome about that position is it's not inside sales. So that's what stuck out to me when I was looking at staffing in Beacon Hill, just in general. You're not just stuck in an office. You're really, the day is what you make it. You kind of create your own schedule as an account executive. You're going out and meeting managers at a bunch of different clients, going to lunch, going to happy hours, going to coffees. I know account executives have go and get their nails done with their client or go to a Blazer game or something like that. So really building rapport outside of the office. So those are kind of the two main sides. And then from there, a bunch of management. Like I said, we have a ton of leaders, and I think a lot of potential for people coming in looking for leadership. So on both sides of the house, you can become a leader where you've got a couple people reporting into you, and you're helping develop them and train them and manage them. So you can be, you know, a recruiting leader, a sales leader, and then a recruiting manager and a sales leader from there as well. And then obviously division director is, you know, running the entire office, and regional directors running a region of offices too. So tons of opportunity for future growth for long-term homes.
Which is amazing. So a lot of the people we talk to, that's one of the first questions they ask is, what are the opportunities for growth?
Yeah.
And I know too, we were talking about these two career paths, right? So the staffing consultant is a recruiter role, very sales focused, but on the candidate side, right? That's your world. And we have the account executive position, which is more outside sales, managing the client relationships.
Yeah.
And I believe you guys do something really cool where you do like recruiter or AE of the week
or
month or something.
Yeah. So that's another fun tradition we do is recruiter and account executive of the week too. And it really goes to spotlight people who have been putting in extra effort and going the extra mile and hitting new levels of their game, right? So every week we recognize an account executive of the week who did awesome and really stood out, as well as a recruiter of the week. We've got a fun wheel we spin with prizes on it. So, you know, Starbucks gift cards, some Beacon Hill swag, get out a little early, come in a little later. So some fun little things to really like mix it up. We also do like region-wide competitions that I think are super fun. So maybe it's like Portland versus San Francisco and Sacramento or things like that. To get some extra time off or things like that. So a lot of fun things to really mix up the day.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, you guys have every box checked. How wonderful is that?
Yeah.
And, we are coming up on time, but
Yeah.
I do want to ask you a question. Since there might be some people watching or interested in Beacon Hill in the future that watch this down the road, for your team, what is something that you look for when you hire?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think the biggest thing is attitude and effort. Like that's some of the biggest things we preach is like, those are the things you can control, right? And continually getting better. So coming in every day with a positive attitude and being ready to get better. And then working hard, right? We're all about going 100% from 8 to 5, but work-life balance and not, you don't have to stay till 7 p.m. and doing all this extra work. If you're going 100% from 8 to 5, you really can hit and achieve all levels here at Beacon Hill. So having a good attitude, having good effort, and wanting to get better every day, and really taking like your career seriously. I think that's some of the biggest things I look for in candidates coming in is they want to be a manager down the road. They want to mentor people. It's not just, they want to be good at their job, but they also want to impact others going forward. So I think wanting to be, dominate in their job and climb up, and also wanting to be a future leader are some of the things that I look for.
Well, for anyone listening, if that sounds like you, reach out to me or Mason. But Mace, it was so great to chat with you today. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk about your wonderful team. And, again, in Portland, we have the tech team that Mason runs, but we also have a wonderful finance team and our NRD team as well that specializes in technology. So thank you so much. It was so fun seeing your face, connecting with you again. And you have such an incredible office. And just, again, kudos to them. Honestly, amazing career that you have built for yourself and the promotion.
Thank you for having me
really
on.
Proud of you.
Good time. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Have a great day. And
we
will be announcing our Instagram live for next month in the coming weeks. So thank you again, Mason, for today. And everyone have a great day.
All right. Talk to you soon.